Bula, Malele, Talofa and Welcome to Season 6, Episode 14 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com, a wrap of Pasifika People's sports news on a cloudy but warm Friday morning, 14 July 2023. Coming to you with tons of hanisi from the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. In rugby, our world-famous tips for the final round of the World Rugby U20 Championship this weekend. France to Fringo, Ireland. England to eBay, South Africa. Australia to weewillywonka, Wales. New Zealand to ganguly, Georgia. Fiji to fufufugee, Argentina for sixth place. And Italy to jungalee, Japan, to the Under-20 Trophy in 2024. The Under-20 Trophy makes its highly anticipated return after 4 years due to COVID-19, with Kenya hosting the tournament for the first time since 2009. Scotland competing in the Under-20s for the first time, Under-20 trophies that is, for the first time, having been relegated from the championship in 2019 by Fiji, will face USA and Uruguay in Pool A, alongside African champions Zimbabwe. Samoa, Under-20 Trophy champions in 2011 and 2016, will face hosts Kenya, Hong Kong, and Spain in Pool B. In Rugby League, the surprise sighting of Ivan Cleary inside the New South Wales Blues coach's box on Wednesday night could be a glimpse into the future, according to the Daily Telegraph, who reported that Brad Fittler had benefited from having Cleary alongside him in the 24-10 win. Speaking to reporters after the Origin 3 win, Fittler said he had got plenty out of the experience. Meanwhile, Broncos superstar Payne Haas has dropped another bombshell, putting himself on the open market, stating that he wants to win a premiership, and so not re-signing with the Broncos until he has gauged what a number of other clubs are willing to offer him come the November transfer window. At the Tour de France, the ongoing deal between defending Tour de France winner Jonas Vingegaard and two-time winner Tadej Pogacar may ignite on the Grand Colombia mountain during Bastille Day, the French national holiday today. Dane Vingegaard holds a slender 17 seconds lead over the fiery Slovenian Pogacar, who laid the foundation stone for his stealth Tour de France win at the same place in 2020. So far, on this 110th edition of the world's greatest bike race, the pair have traded tit-for-tat hits, with a struggle finely balanced as the peloton heads towards the Alps. At Wimbledon, Novak Djokovic believes his formidable record at Wimbledon ensures he remains the favorite to win the men's singles title going into tonight's semi-finals. Djokovic, going for a record-equaling 8th title, plays Italian 8th seed Jannik Sinner, while Spanish world number 1 Carlos Alcaraz faces Russian 3rd seed Daniil Medvedev in the second semi-final. I don't want to sound arrogant, but of course I would consider myself favorite, said second seed Djokovic. The Serb is bidding for a 5th successive victory at the All England club, which should also see him equal Margaret Court's all-time record of 24 major titles. Sinner, 21, is in his first Grand Slam semi-final, while Djokovic will be contending his 46th major semi-final, equaling Roger Federer's all-time record. Djokovic is aiming to reach a 35th Grand Slam singles final, which would be an outright record and move him ahead of American Chris Evert. And at the FIFA World Cup Down Under, a month of elite football is about to kick off as the FIFA Women's World Cup begins in Australia and New Zealand next Thursday, 20 July. For the first time ever, 32 teams split into 8 groups of 4, with each team playing all 3 group opponents before the top 2 teams from each group make it to the knockouts. The 8 group winners face off against the second-place teams from different groups in the round of 16 before we whittle things all the way down to 2 teams in the final on 20th August. In sports biz, the NFL is getting closer to its long-stated goal of US $25 billion in annual revenue. With Amazon's new $1.2 billion media rights deal for Thursday Night Football kicking in last season, the league brought in nearly US $12 billion in national revenue, according to Forbes, a 7% increase over $11.1 billion US last year. Add in the local earnings of teams, the NFL likely closed in on US $20 billion in total revenue in 22. Distributing revenue equally among the league's 32 teams, every NFL club received US $370 million from the NFL's national pot last year. The majority of that payment, US $249 million, comes from media rights deals totaling more than US $10 billion annually. And this season, YouTube is taking over the rights to NFL Sunday Ticket, paying US $2 billion annually. Geez, what else can I say? Except ka-ching. In combat sports, Francis Ngannou is in line to pocket a career-high purse of US $8 million, 10 times more than his last UFC purse, the base pay of $800,000, when he took on Cyril Gane at UFC 270 back in January 2020. The Predator will be looking to do what no boxer has done by beating the Gypsy King in Saudi Arabia. Let's get ready to rumble. TEIVOVOsports.com. I'm Calden Kamir. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons below if you want to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. Mahalo, ka kite, and thank you all tumas for all your love and support.